Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I want to share something with you about my journey with manifesting love through the specific person SP route and how it evolved into manifesting specific qualities. And I call this SQ manifesting. It's been a transformative experience, and I think many of you can relate to the lessons I've learned along the way. I was a bit apprehensive about sharing this. I thought, what if my SP watches this? What if the SQ watches this? But you know what? It's okay. I'm here to share from my experience to inspire and empower my viewers that are on this journey of manifestation and finding love because we're all worthy of that. So I first started manifesting an SP back in 2014 after a deeply emotional experience. A mutual friend of mine and this person tragically passed away through suicide. And this brought us into each other's lives more. We knew each other through music and our friend. We all played a show together back in 2007, and then I didn't see this person all through the years. 7 years passed, and then I saw them play a show, and then several months later my friend died. So obviously I saw this person at the funeral and things of that nature. So basically I began to manifest opportunities for us to be around each other, and I had success bringing this SP into my life, but I also unintentionally manifested separation multiple times. Eventually, we got into a long-term relationship, and during the pandemic, while co-parenting with him, I ended things. A few months later, I tried to force reconciliation. I dove into different techniques, trying everything to make it work. But through all of that, I realized something very profound. I had placed him on a pedestal and completely neglected myself. And, I was trying to force something to happen as part of an old state and as part of the inner critic and maybe my ego, pain body, whatever you want to call it. I had to prove something to myself. So this was a wake up call for me. I started to really focus on my self concept and what I truly wanted in a relationship. And I noticed what my beliefs were about relationships, what my beliefs were about myself, what my self concept was originally when I manifested my SP and manifested separation and chasing and anxious, fearful, avoidant attachment stuff, all of it, codependency. And I had to clean that shit up. I had to take responsibility for everything that was happening, why it was happening. And, you know, what I really, really needed to do was create a non-negotiables list for myself. And this is what I did. The qualities and standards that I would not compromise on. I realized that I was trying to mold him into something that he was not. And honestly, I have no interest in forcing someone to change for me. As, I do the inner work and I change myself, what's for me will naturally materialize. That's what I believe. So, what I really wanted more than anything with him was for us to have a loving and peaceful co parenting relationship without court, lawyers, drama. And guess what? The moment I dropped all the extra baggage and focused on myself, that's exactly what we became. It's a work in progress, and I have to see him every Saturday when he picks up our daughter. And I have noticed things about his energy and my beliefs about that, and I've been doing a lot of revisions because I want him to be happy. I want him to find somebody. I want him to experience love, and I want him to feel comfortable to be himself in my presence. So that's where I'm at now with that. So this experience led me to explore specific qualities, manifesting, that's what I'm calling it, SQ manifesting. Instead of focusing on a particular specific person, I began to get really clear on what I wanted in a partner and a relationship, how I wanted to show up, how I wanted to treat another, and how I wanted them to show up and treat me. And I decided to write a script, which I don't often do, describing the qualities of my ideal partner and how our relationship would feel, what it would look like, uh, you know, a supportive, loving, and aligned dynamic. And I'm not going to get into the details this time, maybe in another video. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to hear more about the scripting method that I used and what was included. So, I went into it with the attitude of I'm finding my reason to delete these dating apps. I'm done. It's like the attitude of Abdullah slamming the door on Neville and saying, Neville, you are in Barbados. You are first class. And I nailed that shit to the wall. Not literally, but it was just the attitude and the feeling of it's done. So 2 days later, I matched with someone on Facebook dating who seemingly embodied basically everything that I wrote about in my script. And it happened so quickly that I actually deleted all my dating apps just the other day because I don't feel the need for them anymore. It just happened naturally. And here I am. So here's the thing. When that relationship materialized so quickly in the 3D, I noticed something within myself. It stirred up feelings of unworthiness and difficulty with accepting the fact that I brought that in. And I realized that I still needed to do a little bit of revising to my self concept. Rather than ignoring these feelings, I allowed myself to truly embrace them and to process them. I reminded myself that manifesting isn't just about getting what you want in the external world. It's also about aligning with it internally, to truly embody it, to truly believe in it, to truly claim that shit. So I um I just I just think it's really cool how I decided to drop the SP journey and move into specific qualities and noticing how quickly that worked for me. And I've been on this journey for 4 years doing the work on myself, showing up. And I did want to say it's important that you follow the fundamentals of the law. Neville has a really good lecture on that. And I've done a lot of videos weaving that through. It's the foundation of what I teach. And it's, having an uncritical self observation, like truly getting honest with yourself. Who are you? What do you believe is true for yourself? How do you feel about yourself when you look in the mirror? When you go about your day. You can't lie, you can't mock God, your higher self, it will always be revealed to you. So once you get straight on that, then you can decide what you want in place of that and how you want to evolve and expand and rise up in your state, your self concept, your identity. And then detach from the old. You need to process it and let it go. Stop feeding it energy, stop giving it life and truly embody what you want and persist there and progress there, and you will sustain it if you stay disciplined. So, my biggest lesson in all of this, make it about you, not the other person. Whether you're manifesting an SP or an SQ, it's your self concept and alignment with your desires that matter most. When you prioritize yourself, everything else falls into place. If you've been on the journey SP manifesting or you're curious about SQ manifesting, I'd love to hear your experiences or questions in the comments. What have you learned from this video? What have you learned on this journey so far? And please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share if this resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.